The Soprano family ruled your screens with ruthless intensity. But do you know what happened to the actors behind the scenes? The truth is more shocking than any plot twist on the show. Some stars died tragically, while others battled hidden illnesses and personal struggles. Stick around because their real lives are as twisted as the story you loved. James Gandolfini as Tony Soprano. We know James Gandolfini, who played Tony Soprano, a commanding mob boss in The Sopranos when he was just 38 years old. Born on September 18, 1961, in Westwood, New Jersey, he brought a tense charisma and subtle vulnerability that turned the show into a landmark of television history, earning 3 Emmy Awards and 1 Golden Globe. The series ran for 86 episodes until 2007, making Gandolfini the defining presence of over 350 hours of intense storytelling. Gandolfini tragically passed away on June 19, 2013, at the age of 51, after a sudden heart attack in Rome, Italy. His death shocked both fans and colleagues worldwide. The funeral, held at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York City, was attended by co-stars, politicians, and entertainers, with Broadway theaters dimming their lights in his honor. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $70 million, reflecting a career that spanned stage, screen, and production. Behind Tony's dominance lay enormous personal struggles. Naturally shy, Gandolfini battled the psychological pressure of playing a violent crime lord, often collapsing into exhaustion during filming. His private life was turbulent. He divorced his first wife, Marcy Woodarski, in 2002 after repeated conflicts and later married Deborah Lynn in 2008, fathering 2 children. Substance abuse further complicated his career, with missed shoots and concerns from production staff, yet he continued delivering groundbreaking performances. Despite these hardships, Gandolfini's artistry endured. He's shown in films such as Enough Said, 2013, and Zero Dark 30, 2012, receiving critical acclaim and posthumous awards. His dedication made Tony Soprano a cultural touchstone, and his influence persists in contemporary television. Gandolfini's legacy remains alive through his work, family, and the continued admiration of audiences worldwide. Lorraine Bracco as Dr. Jennifer Melfi. Then there's Lorraine Bracco, portraying Dr. Jennifer Melfi, a thoughtful and principled psychiatrist in The Sopranos when she was 45 years old. Born on October 2, 1954, in Brooklyn, New York, she naturally brought a calm authority and emotional insight that shaped the psychological core of the series. As of 2026, Lorraine Bracco is 72 years old and continues to act, most recently starring in Jacir, 2023, and contributing voice work for the 2022 remake of Pinocchio. Her net worth is estimated at $25 million, reflecting decades of hard-earned success. Her resilience is evident in how she rebuilt her career after a highly stressful period in the 1990s, when a lengthy custody battle with Harvey Keitel left her emotionally drained and financially burdened. This period of hardship deeply shaped Bracco both personally and professionally. The depression and financial strain she endured could have ended her career, yet she found renewed focus through her role as Dr. Melfi. Her determination to excel on screen translated into Emmy-nominated performances that earned critical acclaim, demonstrating how personal struggle can inform and deepen an actor's craft. Through these trials, Bracco emerged stronger, building a lasting career in television and film. She later starred in Rizzoli and Isles, 2010 to 2016, and had recurring roles in Dice, 2016, and Blue Bloods, 2017 to 2018. Her story illustrates how perseverance, talent, and emotional honesty can transform life's challenges into enduring artistic achievement. Edie Falco as Carmela Soprano. Coming to Edie Falco, portraying Carmela Soprano, a devoted and morally conflicted wife in The Sopranos, beginning her role at 36 years old. Born on July 5, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York, She brought layered intensity and emotional depth that earned 3 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actress. Over 7 seasons and 86 episodes, Falco shaped the emotional core of the series, balancing loyalty, ambition, and maternal concern in over 350 hours of storytelling. As of 2026, Edie Falco is 63 years old and continues acting in projects including Bupkis, 2023. Her net worth is estimated at $50 million, reflecting decades of success in television, film, and stage. She remains recognized for her work on Nurse Jackie, 2009 to 2015, for which she won an additional Emmy, and her recent advocacy work in social and health causes. Falco overcame significant personal challenges. She battled alcoholism in her early years, achieving sobriety before filming, and raised 2 adopted children as a single mother, balancing demanding shoots and family life. In 2003, during the Sopranos production, she was diagnosed with breast cancer but kept the illness private to avoid disrupting filming. These experiences sharpened her resilience and informed the emotional authenticity she brought to Carmela. Despite adversity, Falco's career flourished. She earned Emmy nominations for roles in Law and Order: True Crime, 2018, and returned briefly to The Sopranos prequel film The Many Saints of Newark, 2021. Her dedication to craft and life shaped a career defined by strength, emotional intelligence, and perseverance, leaving a legacy of performances that continue to inspire audiences worldwide. Michael Imperioli as Christopher Moltisanti. We turn to Michael Imperioli, who played Christopher Moltisanti, a conflicted and ambitious mob associate in The Sopranos when he was 33 years old. Born on March 26, 1966, in Mount Vernon, New York, he infused the character with intensity and vulnerability that revealed the inner turmoil of loyalty, ambition, and personal demons. Imperioli's nuanced portrayal balanced ambition with fragility, creating one of the series' most compelling figures. As of 2026, Michael Imperioli is 60 years old and remains active in both television and film, recently gaining attention for The White Lotus, 2022. His net worth is estimated at $25 million, reflecting a career spanning acting, writing, directing, and music. Imperioli's experiences during The Sopranos were both transformative and taxing. The emotional weight of performing violent and substance-related scenes challenged his mental well-being. Despite these pressures, his personal life remained a stabilizing anchor. His marriage to Victoria Klebowski since 1996 and their 3 children provided grounding amid the intensity of his roles. This balance allowed him to channel personal experience into authentic performances, whether co-writing episodes of The Sopranos, starring in films like One Night in Miami, 2020, or creating music with his band, Zoppa. Imperioli's journey demonstrates how dedication and resilience can transform demanding circumstances into artistic mastery. His Broadway debut in An Enemy of the People, 2024, and continued creative projects illustrate an enduring commitment to craft, proving that even under pressure, a sustained career and personal fulfillment are possible when one navigates life's challenges with discipline and passion. Steven Van Zandt as Silvio Dante. Next is Steven Van Zandt, portraying Silvio Dante, the loyal and sharp-witted consigliere in The Sopranos, beginning the role at 49 years old. Born on November 22, 1950, in Winthrop, Massachusetts, he brought charisma and quiet authority, drawing from decades of experience as a musician and performer. Van Zandt's presence balanced tension and humor, providing stability amid the chaotic world of Tony Soprano's inner circle. As of 2026, Steven Van Zandt is 76 years old and continues performing with the E Street Band and his solo projects, maintaining a net worth of approximately $80 million. Over the years, he has combined acting and music, while also dedicating time to charitable work, such as co-founding Little Steven's Policeman's Ball to support families of law enforcement officers. His life exemplifies a commitment to both art and community service. However, a severe car accident as a teenager left him with scars, forcing him to wear bandanas or wigs for much of his youth. Early career struggles in music and construction only heightened the value of his later success, yet the pressures of balancing a dual career in music and acting demanded enormous stamina and focus. Despite these challenges, Van Zandt's career thrived. He seamlessly merged his music with acting, achieving recognition in Lilyhammer and The Sopranos while continuing his solo recordings and tours. Even after decades in the spotlight, he remained a dynamic performer and mentor, showing that resilience, creativity, and dedication can sustain a lifetime of artistic achievement. Dominic Chianese as Corrado Jr. Soprano. Now, we have Dominic Chianese portraying Corrado Jr. Soprano, the elderly, calculating patriarch of the DiMeo crime family in The Sopranos, stepping into the role at 68 years old. Born on February 24, 1931, in the Bronx, New York, he naturally brought gravitas, experience, and a touch of vulnerability that anchored the series' depiction of mob hierarchy. As of 2026, Dominic Chianese is 95 years old, quietly enjoying his later years while maintaining a presence in the arts. His net worth is estimated at $15 million, reflecting a lifetime of dedication to acting and music. The transition from decades of theater and film to television stardom came late, but Chianese embraced the opportunity with full focus. Growing up in a working-class Bronx family, he balanced odd jobs and music performances with decades of acting in off-Broadway and Broadway productions, while hosting open mic nights to support himself. These early hardships instilled discipline that would sustain him through long hours on set and the intense demands of playing a mob boss late in life. Even in his later years, Chianese continued to perform and create, releasing albums of Neapolitan songs and appearing in productions such as Boardwalk Empire and the short film Breathe Truth, 2024. His story is one of persistence, showing that a late-blooming career can flourish through talent, dedication, and a lifelong love of performance. Tony Sirico as Paulie Walnuts Gualtieri. Coming to Tony Sirico, who played Paulie Walnuts Gualtieri, the loyal yet unpredictable capo in The Sopranos when he was 57 years old. Born on July 24, 1942 in Brooklyn, New York, he brought a distinctive mix of humor, menace, and streetwise authenticity that made Paulie a fan favorite. Sirico passed away on July 8, 2022, at the age of 79 in an assisted living facility in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, after years coping with dementia. His funeral mass was held at the Basilica of Regina Pacis, and he was interred at Calvary Cemetery in Queens, New York. The net worth he accumulated over decades of acting, voice work, and music was estimated at around $8 million. Before acting, Sirico had faced a tumultuous life, including 28 arrests and multiple prison sentences for robbery, assault, and extortion. A visit from a troupe of ex-convict actors during one incarceration sparked his interest in acting, giving him a path to change his life. This dramatic shift highlighted his resilience and determination to redefine himself. Even as he aged and faced health challenges, Sirico maintained his passion for performance. He contributed to voice roles in animated shows like Family Guy and The Fairly Odd Parents, performed USO visits overseas, and kept performing music. His story reflects a life of second chances, showing that even a tumultuous past can be transformed into an enduring legacy through talent and perseverance. Jamie-Lynn Sigler as Meadow Soprano. Now, we have Jamie-Lynn Sigler, portraying Meadow Soprano, the intelligent and conflicted daughter of Tony Soprano, beginning the role at 18 years old. Born on May 15, 1981, in Jericho, New York, she naturally brought vulnerability and determination to the character, capturing the challenges of adolescence in a family dominated by crime and moral ambiguity. Her nuanced performance made Meadow both relatable and memorable to audiences. As of 2026, Jamie-Lynn Sigler is 45 years old and continues to work selectively in television while actively raising awareness about multiple sclerosis, the condition she was diagnosed with at age 20. Her net worth is estimated at $12 million. She kept her diagnosis secret for 15 years to avoid jeopardizing her acting opportunities, yet ultimately transformed her personal challenge into advocacy and authenticity on screen. The early diagnosis and the pressures of acting at a young age profoundly shaped Sigler's resilience. She also endured a brief first marriage that lasted only 2 years, adding personal turmoil to her professional demands. Balancing a high-profile career while managing a chronic illness required immense discipline and courage, and yet she continued to deliver compelling performances throughout The Sopranos. These experiences informed her later work, allowing Sigler to approach roles with a depth born of lived struggle. She appeared in projects like Grey's Anatomy, 2026, portraying a character with MS, which let her bring personal experience into her acting. Her journey shows how hidden adversity can become a source of professional insight and personal empowerment. Through persistence and advocacy, Sigler transformed her challenges into a platform for inspiring others. Her co-hosted podcast, Messy and upcoming memoir And So It Is, 2026, reflect her commitment to transparency and education, turning a private struggle into public inspiration while maintaining a successful and evolving career. Robert Iler as A.J. Soprano. Turning to Robert Iler, who played A.J. Soprano, the troubled and impressionable son of Tony Soprano, beginning the role when he was 14 years old. Born on March 2, 1985 in New Jersey, he naturally conveyed teenage angst, vulnerability, and rebellion, making A.J.'s struggles relatable to viewers. His portrayal highlighted the pressures of growing up in a world dominated by crime and expectation. As of 2026, Robert Iler is 41 years old and has largely stepped back from acting, focusing on a career as a professional poker player. His net worth is estimated at $10 million. The challenges of fame at an early age shaped his personal and professional life, forcing him to navigate legal troubles and public scrutiny while still in his teens. Iler's adolescence under the spotlight was difficult. By 2001, he had been arrested for a robbery involving 2 teenagers and possession of marijuana, experiences that contributed to a turbulent youth. The pressures of acting and fame led him to almost abandon his career, seeking solace and stability away from Hollywood, ultimately turning to poker as a profession. Despite these struggles, Iler found a way to build a sustainable life. He later launched the podcast Not Today, Pal with co-star Jamie-Lynn Sigler in 2023, sharing insights about The Sopranos and reconnecting with fans on his own terms. His journey reflects the challenges of early fame and the resilience required to reinvent oneself outside the glare of the entertainment industry. Aida Turturro as Janice Soprano. Now, we have Aida Turturro, portraying Janice Soprano, the assertive and unpredictable sister of Tony Soprano, stepping into the role at 37 years old. Born on September 25, 1962, she brought cunning, emotional depth, and a distinct edge to Janice, making her both memorable and essential to the family drama. Her performance created a character whose presence constantly shifted the tension within the Soprano household. As of 2026, Aida Turturro is 64 years old and remains active in television while advocating for type 2 diabetes awareness, the condition she has managed since 2001. Her net worth is estimated at $5 million, reflecting decades of sustained work in television, film, and voice acting. She has consistently combined her professional achievements with community outreach, speaking at events and participating in programs aimed at educating the public about chronic illness management. Turturro's career path was shaped by persistent challenges. Frequently cast in supporting or difficult roles, she had to navigate the industry's typecasting while maintaining her health. Balancing chronic diabetes with demanding shooting schedules required extraordinary discipline and focus, and her personal resilience directly influenced the authenticity she brought to Janice. Her experience shows how personal adversity can deepen professional performance. Through perseverance, Turturro expanded her professional footprint beyond The Sopranos. Between 2000 and 2007, she appeared in 49 episodes of the series, earning Emmy nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actress in 2001 and 2007. She continued to secure guest appearances in major shows, including Law and Order, SVU, Blue Bloods, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, demonstrating that she could maintain visibility and credibility despite early typecasting. Even amid these challenges, Turturro has transformed personal struggle into lasting impact. In 2016, she participated in diabetes awareness campaigns reaching over 100,000 people nationwide. And in 2020 to 2023, she contributed to multiple educational panels on chronic illness management in the entertainment industry. Her career trajectory exemplifies resilience, demonstrating that sustained dedication, public advocacy, and disciplined craft left a measurable influence on both audiences and public health education. Joseph R. Gannascoli as Vito Spatafore. Then, we come to Joseph R. Gannascoli, who played Vito Spatafore, a conflicted and secretly gay mobster in The Sopranos, stepping into the recurring role at 40 years old. Born on February 15, 1959, in Brooklyn, New York, he brought authenticity and subtle complexity to Vito, portraying a character whose personal struggles amplified the tension within the crime family. As of 2026, Gannascoli is 67 years old, maintaining a career in acting and culinary arts. His net worth is estimated at $3 million. After the groundbreaking Vito storyline, he faced difficulties securing major roles and turned to selling merchandise and working as a chef to support himself. These challenges demonstrated the precarious balance between visibility from a popular role and sustaining a career in Hollywood. The portrayal of a gay mobster came with personal and professional pressures. Navigating typecasting, public expectations, and societal reactions required Gannascoli to adapt and persevere. His earlier experiences as a chef and his formal education at St. John's University provided grounding as he rebuilt his professional life while continuing to act selectively on television and film projects. Through determination, Gannascoli leveraged his skills to remain relevant. He appeared in films such as Mickey Blue Eyes and developed projects that allowed him to merge his culinary expertise with entertainment. His life illustrates the tension between breakthrough roles and career sustainability, showing how actors must pivot creatively when faced with limited opportunities. Nancy Marchand as Livia Soprano. Now, we have Nancy Marchand, portraying Livia Soprano, the manipulative and complex matriarch of the Soprano family, when she was 71 years old. Born on June 19, 1928, in Buffalo, New York, she brought decades of theatrical experience to the character, infusing Livia with subtle menace and emotional depth that shaped the psychological tension of the series. Tragically, Marchand passed away on June 18, 2000, just one day before her 72nd birthday, succumbing to lung cancer in Stratford, Connecticut. Her death occurred between seasons 2 and 3, forcing the production to use groundbreaking CGI and outtakes to complete her final scenes. At the time, her net worth was estimated at $2 million. Marchand's later years were shadowed by chronic illness. A long-term smoker, she had battled emphysema, COPD, and lung cancer, yet she continued to perform at the highest level, earning a Golden Globe for Livia and 4 Emmy Awards for her earlier work on Lou Grant. Her personal resilience and professionalism inspired co-stars and directors alike, demonstrating a steadfast dedication to craft despite debilitating health issues. Her passing highlighted both the vulnerability and the impact of veteran actors in television. The use of CGI to preserve her character marked a pivotal moment in TV production history, showcasing her importance to the story and the lengths the creators went to honor her legacy. Marchand's life reflected the convergence of talent, dedication, and the tragic unpredictability of life, leaving a lasting influence on audiences and the industry. Vincent Pastore as Salvatore Big Pussy Bonpensiero. Finally, we finish with Vincent Pastore, who played Salvatore Big Pussy Bonpensiero, a loyal yet tragic mobster navigating loyalty and betrayal, joining The Sopranos when he was 53 years old. Born on July 14, 1946, in the Bronx, New York, he infused the character with humanity and nuance, capturing the pressures of life within the mafia while reflecting vulnerability and complexity. As of 2026, Vincent Pastore is 80 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry and business ventures, including his Italian sauce line launched in 2019. His net worth is estimated at $4 million. Following the death of his character on the series, Pastore faced challenges in finding major acting roles and diversified into reality television and culinary entrepreneurship to sustain his career. The character arc of Big Pussy placed significant emotional and professional demands on Pastore. Navigating public recognition, personal identity, and the aftermath of a dramatic character death required resilience. His early life, including service in the U.S. Navy during the Vietnam era and decades in the club business, provided the discipline and streetwise understanding that informed his nuanced performances. Through determination, Pastore leveraged his talents beyond acting. He appeared in films like Mickey Blue Eyes and Shark Tale, guest-starred on shows including Blue Bloods and Dancing with the Stars, and led philanthropic efforts raising thousands of dollars for charity. These efforts showcased his ability to adapt and remain relevant despite the challenges following his breakout role on The Sopranos. Even in later years, Pastore continues to leave a mark. By 2020, he participated in Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back and co-hosted the podcast Fuggetta Boudit with Goomba Johnny, engaging audiences while maintaining his connection to mafia storytelling. His career demonstrates his perseverance, adaptability, and leveraging past experiences. After seeing how the cast of The Sopranos has changed over the years, it's clear that life off-screen was just as dramatic and unpredictable as the show itself. Which of these Sopranos stories surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more then and now updates on your favorite stars.